So for tonight, before we get started, I just want to remind everybody we do have this amazing promotion going on where you buy a devotion package and you get the lips and the eye serum for free. This promotion is still going on for a limited time. And David, can you tell us a little bit, just a little bit about what makes our eye serum and our lip treatment so special?
Well, first of all, these products are designed for the specific densities of the tissue. The lip and the eye represents tissue that's about 1/3 density of the rest of the skin in our face. That means it's very thin. That's why, when you see dark circles on the eyes, that's blood pooling underneath there. When you see pink lips, that's just blood flowing. It's all these things just because we can see actually the capillaries underneath her skin. So the thing is that it tends to show our age as well. We get a lot, it's more sensitive, like we rub our eyes, it can cause wrinkles, all these things as we grow older. Why? Because we lose hyaluronic acid, we lose collagen as we grow older. And so these products were designed specifically for these areas and the type of tissue it represents. Now, what we have in it are things like hyaluronic spheres that will be placed on the surface of the skin around the eyes and the lips that will attract moisture to it, so it'll moisturize the area. We use also perfluorohydrocarbons that are designed to promote gaseous exchange to make it more oxygen as opposed to carbon dioxide in the tissues. All these things are important, as well as they have things like optical diffusers. And optical diffusers are designed to hide the peaks and valleys of our skin. So although they may be there, it'll make it more difficult for our eyes to detect them. And then we've done something, we have a biomimetic ingredient in there to help relax the skin, so we're not creating more wrinkles and laugh lines with this area. So we've done a number of things with this. They're very similar, but the other thing that we've added is the Swarsha Shirata extract from the Himalayan plant. And that was designed to eliminate and lower the amount of vertical lines around the mouth. And that has been proven scientifically. So there's a combination of things we're doing to try and make this area and this area younger looking, and it works very, very well for that. And it does it very quickly because of the perfluorohydrocarbons in it. It promotes that exchange that happens quickly. So it's a very effective product. I would encourage anyone to try this. It's not something very unique. There aren't a lot of products out there with the hydrocarbons that we have in there. So it will make your skin look that much better, that much quicker.
Perfect. And I remember the first time I ever tried the eye serum, it was at a convention at what it used to be one of the special leadership gathering with our senior vice president and our CEO. And it was very late at night. And somehow the eye serum made these Chinese eyes go bigger. I don't know how that happened, but it made my eyes bigger. And it made my lips plumper with the lip treatment. And supposedly Sinez had the idea of creating filler in a bottle. And that was her explanation of the lip treatment. And
well, okay.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, it's not really filler in a bottle because that would be inaccurate. But what it's trying to do is improve the exchange of gas in our tissues. A lot of times we collect a lot of CO2, so we're trying to get rid of that, oxygenate the area. So it's going to look fuller and plumper as a result. Our eyes, your eye area will relax a little. That's why it looks larger, because it is relaxing your eyes. So it prevents you from actually contracting the muscles around your eyes, the skin.
So you're saying it was just late at night and I was just seeing things.
No,
my eyes didn't actually go bigger.
No, there is some science behind that. It does work very effectively, and all that. But that's the science behind it.
But
You know,
you're right, it does work quick, and that's why we have a tagline for these products saying, "Give us 5 minutes and we can turn the clock back 5 years for you," because it works
those are the
really
two
quick,
products, especially the eye area.
especially the
The,
eye area.
the eye area is the one that people notice right away. It's a great demo product for that reason. I use it for that reason because, some days I work long hours, long hours. I can't stress long hours. And I do a lot of heavy lifting right now on different things and wearing multiple hats. And when you're doing that, you got some days that you look really, 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 really bad. And that's saying it lightly, you know. Uh, and you got to go meet clients, you got to go talk to people, got to talk to your staff and everything, and you can't look that bad. Constantly, it looks like came second in some sort of fight with what a horde. So the best thing to do is to use products that are gonna actually make the skin look a little better and make me look more human. But it is important. It's not the
Almost an
vanity.
instant temporary eye lift.
It's an instant temporary. You look okay. It didn't make me prettier, but it certainly helped me through those days. And I've had enough of those days where I've been really tired and I've looked worse than I felt. So it does help. Let's put it that way.
Yes, and if David's using it, why aren't you, right? And for a limited
Oh, yeah,
time,
I'm
again,
a
ladies and
guy.
gentlemen, this is a great offer. For the price of devotion, you get your your eye serum and your lip treatment for free. That's a $216 value in Canadian pricing. And I don't know when this promotion is going to end, so don't sit on it, don't wait on it, take action as soon as you can and get the product now. And least, not least, I believe many of you who have pre-ordered the Sterling, you see, FERI Sterling hand and body moisturizer have received your bottles, or they're on their way. I don't know how many of you already received it. If you did, say yes, you received it, you got it. Share your unpacking
Oh,
videos or selfie of photos with us. I see the messages going on. Share your photos, share it on social media. That's the whole point of marketing, right? Share that you've got your products and how you feel about using the product. And today, I have good news for all of you. They are going to be on sale tonight after our call. We'll launch them after this call. And before that, the graphic teams, the video team have been working on some special for you. And I'm just going to show you. Okay, I just need to say it is extremely awkward seeing yourself in a video,
is
but
that
it is
you?
COVID time.
I thought that was Daniela.
Yes, there is Daniela. Thank
I'm just
you.
kidding you. You look great.
But it is COVID time, and our staff are troopers, and we managed to shoot the video within our team, and in the office. We do what we can, right? There's
Oh,
so much
you guys
restriction
look good.
nowadays
You guys look good.
with the circumstances that we try to eliminate as much outside contact as possible. But Yes, very sterling hand and body moisturizer are here in the 200 ml and the 60 ml. And
That's
on
good.
top of that, just before the weekend, David, we got some good news that we're now been third party tested, dermatologically tested. For the sterling is hypoallergenic, it's non-irritating, on top of all the great things that is already inside sterling. David, can you talk to us about the third party testing, please?
Well, it's a pretty rigorous test, actually. It's called an HRIPT, human repeat insult patch test. Long word, but what it means is that, and how they do this is that they get a group of volunteers and they put a grid basically on their back, and they'll put, numbers 1 to whatever, and they'll put product on every grid mark, and you take a spot. And then what happens is a dermatologist checks them every so often to see exactly what has happened over time. So these people come back and they get tested, they get checked to see if there's any changes. And if there's no changes, it becomes non-irritating, hypoallergenic, and it means that it is tested by a dermatologist. It's not when we're saying it's all gentle and all this. We don't have to worry about that because we have a third party who is verifying that, and it's a really important step because there are products out there that'll say they're very gentle, they do all this, but yet they aren't tested by. They don't do the HRIPT. They might do a quick patch test over 48 hours, but really they don't want to do the long term, 5 or 6 week patch test where the people's wearing it and actually being tested on a weekly basis by and evaluated. It's a very rigorous evaluation. So kudos to you. I think it's a good designation. It's great to see that the product itself has reached that designation. That is, it will be non-irritating. It will be classed as hypoallergenic. Does it mean that it's going to be perfect for everyone? Well, no. But for the majority of the population, absolutely. It's a very important thing, and not all products get that. So yeah, but there are some people. You're always going to find exceptions to the rule. You always find someone who's sensitive to something. So just be aware of that. But for the majority of the population, you've got yourself an incredibly gentle and efficacious product. So good for you.
So now we can say that it's actually safe to use on children.
Um, say that. You can say that the way you can say that it is hypoallergenic and that it is it's non-irritating. It's up to you to use it on a child because I don't have any tests on that. And you have to, for me to make that claim, I can't make that claim only because I didn't do any testing on that at that level. I would otherwise just say, yeah, you can make that, but I can't make that statement because that would be inaccurate on my part. That's a corporate decision. That's up to them, and they've got some good results. But let's not can't really extrapolate. You have to actually look at children as a separate class. But again, people can put on quote unquote children. It's just that some people will start saying, "Well, I'm going to put on infants." You got to be really careful with infants. They're still in development, and they can be very sensitive to certain things. So, you know, I just want people to understand that. I'm not trying to be cagey or go around that, but I have to go with what I know in terms of
Of
what
course,
the tests are, and that's what I have to state because that's my
properly we
only
will say
legal.
that
It's my legal position.
it's
I can't let that come
hypoallergenic
back to haunt me.
and
You
it's
know,
under the user's discretion.
yeah, but I would not use it on. To be honest with you, I wouldn't use it on infants until you've had some rigorous testing done on that. They're newborns. So you don't want to subject them to something that I don't know if there's anything that would cause an irritation, whatever. But you want to be careful with newborns and infants at all times. Okay.
Of course. But that's very good to know. But it is also a vote of confidence when it is a third party testing results instead of something that we say, right? It's always better when it's from someone else.
Should be. It always should be. No, seriously, companies get into trouble. One company was put out of business just recently. I won't say the name of it, but because all they did was in-house testing. Their in-house testing wasn't rigorous enough, and it caused a major healthcare problem out there. They're closed down within 9 days. So third-party testing, yes, I agree with this. And I had that discussion with Farm. They said they should have done. Great company, nice people, but they did in-house testing. It would have been better, they thought, in retrospect, that they should have gone third party. So,
It is definitely worth the investment. And
yes.
so, ladies and gentlemen, now our FERI Sterling Hand and Body Moisturizer is dermatologically tested and has been proven to be hypoallergenic, on top of all the good things that the lotion already has. And David, can you talk to me about the microsilver and the FOL extracts that are in
Yeah.
the moisturizer and how it's helping our skin?
Well, let's talk about the FOL extract first of all. That's from Norwegian spruce growing in northern Finland. A very incredibly rigorous plant. We take in the lignans from that, and lignans can be used topically. Interesting. Lignans promote collagen reformation in the skin, but it's more than anything, it's mopping up free radicals and neutralizing free radicals that may otherwise cause skin damage. And so this is a very important step. And that's why they add this extract into sunscreen technologies to help reduce the amount of free radical activity on the skin. But it does have some antimicrobial impact. And so that's another important element to it. But really, the microsilver is the one that has very powerful antimicrobial impact. And it really does hurt pathogens on the skin. It eliminates them very effectively over time. It releases silver ions that disrupt the transport mechanism of bacteria. It has some antiviral capabilities, which is really important in this day and age. And again, it's its ability to disrupt the mechanisms of these pathogens that make it very effective. And microsilver is an old technology, meaning silver is an old technology and the oldest antimicrobial, but it is done really well into today's needs, meaning that it is 10 microns, so it can't be absorbed by the body. It is porous, so it's got a large surface area, and it works over time, so it's constantly working as it's exposed to moisture. So this is one of those perfect antimicrobials. The world is catching on to this right now, and you're going to find more and more companies involved with microsilver on different levels, like paint companies that are now adding microsilver to their paint. And why are they doing that? Because they want to reduce the pathogens in a room. So hospitals want that. So that's why they're using microsilver paint.
Does that actually work?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So they're
Please don't use Sterling or your toothpaste on your walls, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, that's one way of doing it, but that's not the most effective way. But you know, but again, on the body, yeah, sure. You know, use Sterling on your peripheral areas, your hands, your legs, your feet. I think you're gonna make, find a big difference. If someone has really bad smelling feet, put Sterling on it, because it'll kill those pathogens causing that odor, and it works very effectively on that. But people have diabetes and poor blood circulation. It's great to reduce pathogenic activity as well. So it's doing a number of things.
Perfect. And with that, would you say, and you mentioned something before to me with contact dermatitis. How does Sterling come into place with that?
Well, it'll help impact. Well, contact dermatitis is something. It won't cause contact dermatitis. Contact dermatitis is usually caused by something else. A massage therapist. If anyone's a massage therapist, they will know all about contact dermatitis. It's probably one of most common things that happen in the profession, because the body, uh, get it, it reacts to the oils that they use for massage therapy. Contact dermatitis can also result from things like using too much alcohol and hand sanitizers. That has happened. And so what this will do is soothe and calm the skin, and it will make the skin a lot more intact. One thing that you don't want to do is break down the skin. Don't want to cause abrasions, and abraded skin is a problem. And maintaining the solid skin barrier or a sound skin barrier is very, very important in terms of maintaining your own personal health. So that's where sterling does come into play. It'll moisturize, and moisturization is a key element of keeping our skin healthy. One thing, you don't want to dry out at any time. So please remember that hydration is an important element. Don't let your skin get dried out too much, because it will cause abrasions, and abrasions open up doors for pathogens to enter our body.
Yes, and speaking of moisturization and applying the products on your skin, while doing that video, I applied a lot of products on my skin, and I have to say that it didn't, even though I've used way more than I needed to. It was not greasy, and it was very fast absorbing. It didn't feel like I had a lot of product on, even though I did many takes,
Yeah.
many takes with that video. Um, David, is that what's the reason behind it would be where the olive oil extract and the shea butter, the quality of it, was it the reason, or is that
No, that's
something
part of
else?
it. No, that's part of it. Olive oil extract is pretty important, along with shea butter. They're both hydrators, and so you want to make sure that your skin is soft and supple at all times. Really, really important. It sounds, for guys to say, "Well, I don't really care," but you should care, because you don't want your skin to have abrasions or cuts in it just because you've over dried them out or irritated them to that point. So yeah, all of this olive oil extract is really important, very effective. And I was sort of amazed that I don't know if anyone realized, but last year there was an olive oil shortage. A lot of the trees had died over in Europe. So I was a little concerned that you wouldn't be able to get the extract, because that was part of the narrative within the community. So it's good to see that you're able to get it. Shea butter is something that's been used for many years, but it's nice to see that it will be part of this product. So
Yes, actually, speaking of guys not caring for it, I remember we did a survey within the office, um, and basically it was asking how often everyone use moisturizer, and I asked the guys. It was
mhm.
silent,
Yeah,
zero. Guys don't use moisturizer. But when Sterling came out, when the trial size came out, some of our staff got to use it, and they couldn't get enough of it. They said they would actually use it even though they have never used moisturizer before.
right.
So guys, gentlemen, this is a product that you can use and you should use. And I think it actually does something good for the men's skins too, right, David?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is that, I think the world is changing. COVID has changed a lot of people's perception of skincare, and that is an important element to our own health. And that's why they're doing it. We were told to wash our hands, we were told to sanitize our hands. Still going on, still important. But what do you do in between? How do you moisturize, keep our hands intact? How do you moisturize and still protect our bodies from something? So the microsilver continues to work in between, um, you know, our washing and hand
Yes, of course. We
sanitization.
always encourage you to wash your hands with hands and soap thoroughly. And if you can't, then use your hand sanitizer. But for those who cannot use hand sanitizers because of the alcohol in the products, Would Sterling be safe to say that it would kind of help protect yourself a little longer in between your hand washing,
Okay, I gotta be
just to
careful.
carry
I
over?
gotta be careful with this answer because, and the reason I gotta be careful, it's a legal position and a regulatory position because I can't position this as a hand sanitizer because it is not classed that way. You know, how effective will it be in cleansing microbes? It'd be very effective, right? The best thing you could do is wash your hands with soap and water and do it properly. In between, what you can do is add in stir. If you can't use a hand sanitizer, I use hand sanitizer smartly, and you'll be fine. But I mean, still in between, even if you use a hand sanitizer, don't use a hand sanitizer. You should be using a product like Sterling, only because you want to make sure that your hands are protected. Why is it protecting you? Because it has silver ions and Norwegian spruce extract. Does reduce pathogenic activity. And so if you touch a contaminated surface, it will reduce that. But at no point can you state that this is a replacement for hand sanitizer. It will cause you all sorts of grief. It will cause you grief like you would not believe. So please don't say that. Please do not say that it works against COVID. Please do not say that because even the people that make hand sanitizers are not allowed to say that. Even if you have a product that's proven to kill COVID, you're not allowed to say it. So please don't go around saying that because you're going to cause a lot of grief. And there's a lot of eyes on every industry right now from Health Canada and beyond.
Mhm.
And
Of
so,
course, we want to be careful and we want to be safe. And
so please just be aware of that because if you say I got a replacement for hand sanitizer, this will sanitize your hands completely. Absolutely cannot make that statement, but you can say it cleanses your hands. Okay, there's semantics in here, I realize, but I want people to understand what the governments look at, and they are policing extensively right now. It's crazy what Health Canada is doing. It is just anyone who's working for Health Canada, maybe they explain it to me what they're doing, but they've been annihilating companies over the last little while, and they're continuing to do so. So, let's be careful because if people say they're not looking at my posting, they are looking at your posting. I
yes,
get
and it doesn't
I
matter
get
whether you're in
notifications.
Canada or not. And
Well,
because
and they
we're
do,
in Canada,
and they check your Facebook. They check everything. I'm shocked at some of the postings that I have been alerted to. Um, yeah, they seem very benign, and I know it's coming from the heart. It's coming from a place of enthusiasm, which is wonderful. But in terms of legalities, they are just on top of everyone right now. So please be careful.
so ladies and gentlemen, please remember when you're promoting our Sterling Hand and Body Moisturizer, please do not, do not say that it is a hand sanitizer. It does not do
No,
that. And it is
no,
not
because
that.
no. But you can say it cleanses the hands very effectively.
But it does
Well,
cleanse
it does. Or you can
microbes.
say that it reduces, microbes on the skin between, between hand washing even, you don't have to say sanitization, you don't have to use those. And someone doesn't want to use a hand sanitizer because it is sort of rough on the skin, use turmeric, it'll help, won't hurt. That's for sure.
Thank you, David. And I think I can't see what the Q&As are, but I believe many of you are wondering how much for this very sterling hand and body moisturizer is. And as of 9 o'clock tonight, they will be available for sale in a single bottle for 60 ml at $22 LA, Canadian LA pricing. 200 ml is at $50, and the multi-pack of three 60 ml and three 200 ml is at $215. And at for the family pack, we do have a family pack available, which is the 6 of the small one, 60 ml, 6 for the 200 ml, which is $430 LA. So that is our pricing for Very Sterling Hand and Body Moisturizer. We did say that the price will go up at launch, and here is the pricing. They will be available again for sale at 9 p.m. tonight. And sometimes someone asked me in the office, why would you need to buy a multi-pack? 3 small ones, 3 big ones, it's 200 mil. Well, as a family, I stated that, well, for the ladies, one goes into your purse, one is beside your bed, one is at the office. That's all 3. And then the larger one's one for yourself, one for the husband, and one for the kid. And I'm speaking for myself. And that's myself consuming 6 bottles of head and body moisturizer in one purchase. So it is actually very doable and it is very normal, well, for myself, anyways, to purchase the multi pack. And it is a better deal than purchasing single bottles when you break down the math. Having said that,
Okay. I can
I have
see
a
some more
promotion
questions.
coming up
I do
for
see some more
everyone.
questions.
Yes. But before that, what David just talked about with the problem that we have in as a society today, and for FERI to be, for Sterling to be a solution, we have made your job easier and have created a video for all of you to share to your customers, to your prospects, to explain why and what makes FERI Sterling special. Have a look.
The human skin is the largest organ in our body. Forming a waterproof barrier provides protection, regulation, and sensation. This protective shield lowers the activity of bacteria and free radicals which cause diseases. The skin also helps maintain the water balance in our bodies. Our polluted environment and age lower our ability to maintain a stable internal environment for the skin despite changes in external conditions. Many skin issues such as rashes, acne, and dermatitis result from bacteria and free radical activity. These microorganisms that can cause disease impact the healthy look of our skin. Since March of 2020, the world has faced a crisis of unimagined proportions due to the COVID-19 breakout. We were forced to change our way of life to fight this disease that affected everyone globally. Hand washing has become the standard for everyone, along with the use of alcohol hand sanitizers. Hand sanitizers were quickly approved to reduce the spread of COVID-19, but the cost to our health was high. Skin inflammation affected millions of people as the alcohol made the skin dry, swollen, and red. Sanitizers are effective, but once the user touches a contaminated surface, they are reinfected. Opulence Global began the research and development to help reduce the impact of cross-contamination. A year later, it announced the FERI Sterling Hand and Body Moisturizer. This incredible product has been created to completely support your skin. Sterling is a lightweight, luxurious cream, provides deep hydration and a velvet smooth feeling all day long. After applying a hand sanitizer, only Sterling can protect your skin by reducing germs that can affect your health. The cutting-edge technology cleanses pathogens. And the combined action with the Norwegian spruce extract in the Fountain of Life protects you from free radicals. Shea butter and olive oil additives help 2 or more substances mix. It improves the feel of our skin while providing incredible moisturization that mitigates skin issues. Sterling represents a new paradigm for an exceptional and complete skincare product. It protects, soothes, and strengthens all areas of your body, addressing the issues of today while protecting you. Contact your local distributor and order your Sterling Hand and Body Moisturizer now.
Well, that's David in a video.
That was very good, huh?
So you don't have to be a scientist to sell a product, especially a body lotion.
Yeah.
And if you do, if you want a little scientific backup, here we have the tool for you. This video is going to be in the back office in your training tools after 9 tonight. And you can share this. It is also on YouTube. We will put that live right after the call. And you don't have to talk about all these crazy, remember all these crazy terms of being a scientist, being a doctor to sell a product. Just share the video. We've made it easier. We've made it simpler for everyone. The team put together this really amazing video. I'm going to thank our videographer, Gabriel. He is very talented and I can't wait for him to show more and more of his work with you guys. And it just makes it easier for all of our partners. We present you with the problem and also a solution. And that's the goal when we create our marketing material for our partners, and to give them a reason why. But what makes Sterling special? What makes Sterling? Why would I choose Sterling over Vaseline, for instance? So there you go. There we have a video for you to present, to share with your prospects, to share on your tours for your product showcase. Instead of having to talk and talk and talk and talk about the product, just watch a video. Give yourself a break.
It looks good. It's a nice video.
But David did a great job of writing the script as well. Thank you.
I didn't speak, huh? But no, I thought the video was good.
And as I mentioned before, we do have a promotion for everyone. It's for limited time only until while quantity lasts. For the family pack, for every purchase, you'll receive a free 60 ml tester bottle, which is perfect for product sampling for your customers. You don't have to break your own bottle to let your customer try one. We give you a tester bottle that you can try, and then keep all these nicely printed ones for sale. So limited time only, you'll get one this size. This is a 60 ml, and this is the 200 ml. So for the family pack, you'll get 6 of these 200 ml, and then 6 of the 60 ml, plus a 60 ml free tester bottle. The tester bottle is not printed, so you cannot sell that one, but it is free for you to use as a sample for your customer. Is that great? Oh, great. So it's an awesome promotion. I forgot to say awesome. Awesome promotion.
Looks good
for everybody. And right now, Yulia, I see that there are a lot of comments and questions. Do you want to share some of that with us?
Yes, definitely. We have a lot of them today. So I will start with the beginning. When will the Sterling be available? Well, in 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So it's going to be live on our website in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Answer done. Next. What are the short-term effects versus long-term effects of the eye serum and lip trim?
David?
Of short-term effects versus long-term effects of Sterling, is it?
Not for Sterling, for
eye? For the eye product?
And
the eye. Oh, it's just gonna look, well, you're gonna look, you're gonna look younger. I don't understand the question. Like, are you looking for something negative? Because if you use the product, and people who use the product faithfully, their eyes will look younger and younger, and you'll have to use less of this product because your skin accommodates for that. So, yeah.
Perfect. Next question. Well, it's not a question, it's a comment. I received my Sterling very smooth on my legs. Love the video. Thank you, Charlene, for sharing. Another question, it's the same kind of question on the short-term and long-term effects, but now it is on the Sterling. So I guess maybe the question is, what is the first effect that you feel? And then after you use it on the day-to-day life, would it improve better?
Okay, I still don't understand what the question this is. Are you looking for something negative? Because really the product itself, it's gonna make your skin healthier, reduce pathogenic activity. The bad bacteria resides on the surface of your skin. Free radicals reside on the surface of your skin. And if you can neutralize free radicals and reduce the bacterial activity, your skin will be stronger and healthier as a result. It's not going to affect our microbiome, the good bacteria that's below the skin. So the short term is that your skin will look, I guess, it'll start looking better, but really it is a long-term proposition. It's a product that should be used daily.
Perfect, thank you.
And sorry, Yulia, I'm just gonna cut you off there. And David, with the using the hand moisturizer in general, it also helps with slowing down the aging of your hands, correct?
Yes, it will. You're going to find, yeah, I don't talk about that a lot, but it's one of the things that you will see that you're going to start looking at. If you start putting around your décolletage area, around the neck, you're going to find the same thing. That it'll slow down the aging process, the appearance of aging. It's very effective for that. And yeah,
And
you
that,
can use it on other areas of your face and everything. You know, and you'll find that the impact of the microsilver, and it's really the impact of the combination of the two that's going to be very effective. But yeah, it'll work
so
well.
while you take care of your skin, your face with Flawless, you also want to take care of your hands with Sterling as well, because you don't want to give away your age, your actual age, right?
Never do. No, it's something you try and hide, right? But you know, you can do all
Nature,
the
we
things
always
with
want to look
face.
younger than we actually are. What's the age is just a number, right? It's all about the skincare and
You know,
the skincare that we use on our face and on our body.
to me, it's more than a number. It's your age, and some days that number is pretty bad. You know.
Thank you,
Anyways.
Yulia.
Should I continue? We have more
Yes,
questions.
please.
Okay, so should we recommend to use Sterling for changing diapers time?
I said this before, I can't recommend it on babies. I don't have any testing on that. So I can't make a public statement about this. You know, cutaneous candidiasis is something that, yeah, I know kids get, you want to try it, the whole thing, but I don't have any testing on that I can make a definitive statement. As in a regulatory position, I'm sorry, I can't say anything about that. And it's not like I'm trying not to be coy, but although I've explained this before, that I can't make a statement, it's because it's a legal position that I can't state. So I apologize, but I just can't.
Not yet.
Not yet, until I start testing on infants and babies and all that. But these tests are very specific and they're very rigorous. So I'm careful about infants and children. If microsilver products, yes. On babies, yes. But I don't know about Sterling because you have to take a look at what else is formulated in it to make sure it's safe. Okay, so although microsilver has been very effective on diaper rashes and all these things, I have to break down every component of that to see how it'll affect a baby. And I haven't done that. I haven't had time to do it. I will do it for you, but I want to, but again, you have to have tests to make sure that it is safe. I can make all the assumptions in the world, but if it's still not perfect for children, I don't want to make that recommendation, nor do I want people to experiment on babies. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. So I can't recommend that at this stage. Maybe soon. I'll try.
Understood. Let's not ruin our products and keep them safe and not test them on our babies for now.
No, because you got billions of people that want to look younger. You know, you got so many other people that have skin activity that's negative. You can help improve that with this product. So yeah, it's a huge market. Babies are small compared to this.
Amazing. Next question. Sir David, since our FERI sterling is antimicrobial and antibacterial, will it also eliminate good bacteria on our skin?
No, it's a good question, actually. I had to ask that question years ago because I couldn't understand how it discerned the two, but really the good bacteria resides below the skin, below the epidermis, and that's why it protects it. So no, it's very safe that way. And the bad bacteria, the pathogens that make our skin look old and are problematic that lead to disease, are the ones that are on the surface on our epidermis. So no, but good question.
Thank you. Next question. David O, is there concern if a person has open wounds in using the sterling? Is it more or less recommended when the person has an open wound, like a cut on the hands, asking for a guest?
Wow, that's a real good one. And I should have mentioned this before. If you have a cut on your hand, and this has been used over and over again in medicine with a microsilver type product, is that if you have a wound, that what they do is they'll paint around that wound with the product, and they'll go not on the wound but all the way around it, and it's going to create a layer of microsilver around that will kill the bacteria around that and help wound healing. So yeah, it's a really good idea. If you have, let's say, cuts on your hand, just make sure you just paint around that cut, and you will kill the bacteria that's going to cause any infection. Works really well, and they've tested that before.
Amazing. And would you suggest putting it on also on cuts?
No, they prefer not to do that. Health Canada prefers not to do that, but you could just do it around. Okay.
Amazing.
It's actually on our label to avoid open.
Yeah, it's just that Canada's the only place in the world, just so people understand, that has that Health Canada makes a saying for silver to not use it on open wounds or abraded skin. For people that have an open wound, just paint around that works really well. They tested that years ago on that.
Amazing.
And David, would sterling have any effects on psoriasis and eczema?
Well, it's going to affect the appearance of it for sure. All those are systemic problems. If you place it on there, it's going to help calm the skin. It will help take away some of the erythema, everything. So yeah, it's very, very good for that. So it will help, and they have shown it in psoriasis studies and atopic dermatitis. That's very effective on that.
Amazing. We have 3 more questions and also 1 question of my own. Okay. My question is about diabetic legs.
Yep.
And the effects on it. Would it help? Would it reduce bacteria? Would it make the legs feel better?
Oh, yes. I think this product will be very, very important for anyone with diabetes. They have poor circulation, they have high bacterial count. Diabetic foot is a real problem. Compromised peripheral vascular systems mean that there is a bacteria buildup there. So yes, absolutely, place this on there. And people with diabetic foot at times, their feet do tend to smell because of the bacteria. So this will help all around, not just the aesthetics of it, but it will impact the health of that tissue. So yes, absolutely, very effective, and it'll do a great job for them.
Amazing, thank you. Next question we have here. Could you share the difference between Quad AG and sterling for the collar area and face?
Well, the Quad AG, one thing Quad AG has are peptides that I don't think people realize the type of technology in the Quad AG. And the peptides help rebuild collagen. And that's lacking in sterling. Although it will do a good job for your face if you used it, it's still during the rest period at night. Quad AG was designed for nighttime, so when we go to sleep, it supports the processes of rebuilding our skin. One thing, we do have our peptides in there that are very, very effective at helping rebuild that collagen matrix. And that is one of the big differences that I don't think people realize, that well, this is why Quad AG is so effective at doing that. And it moisturizes, so, and it rebuilds the skin at night. Whereas Sterling is designed not to rebuild the skin, but it's designed to reduce pathogenic activity that impacts the skin. So there's a slight difference there. You'll find that it does work well, you know, in the collar area in the face, you know, this area, décolletage, there, it will work, but both will work. But you're going to find that, you know, there's a purpose for both products. I would use a Quad AG on the face. That was designed for. It's going to help, you know, build the tissue in the face. This area here, you want to really reduce the amount of bacteria out there. You want to moisturize it. You'll find that it will look better over time. It's a larger area, and the skin itself is a little heavier, so it will work well. So I'd use Sterling in this area, and I use Quad AG for the face because you want to help rebuild that tissue at night.
Thank you. Next question. Is it correct that sterling silver is silver and copper? Is it different from micro silver BG that we have?
Okay, I don't, there's no copper in this. It's silver. It's pure medical, 99.99% medical grade silver. It is micro silver BG that we have in the, to be very accurate about that. So it's the same product.
It's the same technology of micro silver, right?
Yeah, it's the same type. That's why we call it micro silver. It is exactly the same. Micro silver is a trade name. It's a trademark name. So yeah, we can do that.
Amazing. Question that actually has been answered. Do you recommend, sorry, not been answered. Do you recommend FOL on open wounds?
No, I don't. I have never recommended that. The reason being, FOL, what is Fountain of Life? Fountain of Life is a nutritional supplement. It's to replace lignans in our diet. So I've never said that we should be using this on open wounds. And the answer is absolutely not. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful product. So no, I wouldn't do that. It's not meant for open wounds. The Fountain of Life is designed to be ingested. One of the byproducts is we use topically, but our main use of this product is going to be as a nutritional supplement. So I can't, you know, this is not designed to go on open wounds. So please do not think that it's the right product for that. The answer is no.
So we should not recommend people using it on cuts and open wounds.
No, it has never been promoted that way. So the answer is no. You know, they've used FOL in sunscreen technology. It's used in certain things, but really as a product on its own, to place it on there, it is really powerful. And you might get some pushback on that from the skin. So it's better to dilute it, but at the same time, this is a nutritional supplement, first and foremost. Okay.
Okay, thank you. And one last question that we have. What is better for diabetic legs? External use, FOL, sterling, or both? I guess sterling, yeah. Sterling,
because it's got microsilver. You know, okay, number one, it's got microsilver. Number two, it does have FOL in it. It has the extract from Fountain of Life in it. So it's got both. So you don't have to add it. You know, you don't want to put Fountain of Life on top of that. It has been formulated. Sterling has been formulated so it can be used for diabetic legs, and sterling can be used for the peripheral areas of our body very effectively. So yes, sterling, and your long-term benefit from that is that it's going to create a silver depot on your skin. It's going to release silver ions that will eliminate the pathogens on the skin over time. And so it's going to be a very effective product, and I can't encourage anyone with diabetes enough to try it to reduce the chance of, it's a tough situation. I know that on a personal level. So yes, I think there's it'd be a really good product for diabetics. Okay.
Thank you, David. And before we close the call, yes, the products are live. Yes, you can use your shopping credit. Yes, you can use your shopping credit Ultra, and let's go shopping. The educational video featuring David in a video is also live in your back office under product training tools, product videos in your training tools, and as well as on our YouTube live. And you can also see it on our Facebook page. If you go on our Facebook page, and shortly it will also be on our IGTV on Instagram, where you can also share that video through Instagram as well. So thank you, David. Thank you, Yulia. Yulia, if you can do the closing remarks for us as well. Thank you so much for everyone, and happy shopping.
Thank you for another amazing call. Thank you for being our very special guest today, Ivy. We are all very excited to have you here. Thank you very much, David. It's always a pleasure learning from you. Very insightful, really. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And thank you to all our Opulence Global team. We love you all. One team, one dream to the billion. And do not forget, tomorrow night we have our forensic networker call. And again, we're going to have a slight little surprise since our CEO and SVP are on a little trip. Tomorrow's call going to be a bit different, but I'm definitely sure we are going to learn amazing stuff that will help us with our business. So with that, thank you, everyone, and have an amazing night or day, wherever you are.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much for allowing me to join you. Thank you both. Thank you, Ivy. I haven't seen you in a while, so thank you.
Good night, David.
Good night. Thank you. Take care.